The way I can explain it for myself is it almost feels like it's just very quiet and nothing's happening, but at the same time you can feel this thickness or intensity that things are very much happening, but you just can't quite place where it's at or when it's gonna really just hit the fan. So it's like this just quiet thing of like everybody's just waiting and just waiting because we know it's coming, even though it has been happening. So, don't fall into the very thing that they want us to, which is to get exhausted and surrender into everything that they're pushing on humanity, because that's big part of their playing cards, is to wear everybody down. And I talked about this before. And it's important to know and realize that they are feeling the same exact way. And there's so much being exposed on them that they can't keep up with it either. And at the same time, what I want to say about that is so much is being exposed that it's crucial we do not become very, what's the word, immune to it. Because what happens is that so much information gets put out that people become very numb to it, or they become used to it. And that becomes, again, the new norm. That's like the analogy I used a while back, where when the frog is getting boiled, if you throw it into the hot, boiling water, it's going to jump right out. But when you have it in there and you slowly start heating the water up and it starts boiling as the frog is in there, it's not going to notice. It's just going to be used to it. And before it realizes, it's already, it has no more life. And that's what they've been doing. They want to condition and really, get everybody used to hearing all the horrible things that they've done. Because the more that people hear it over and over, they just become kind of like, oh, well, we already knew that. That's not a big deal. That's nothing new. And they get away with it. So this is another reason why they think, at the same time, us sharing information is probably to their benefit, because people are becoming conditioned to know that that's what they do, and oh well, nobody's doing anything about it. We don't want that to happen. We want to remember that it's horrific, and everything that they've been doing and still are doing to the children, to the people, it is horrible. It is I can't even put words to describe it. If you've gone down the rabbit hole, then you know why there's just, I can't, because then I lose sleep. It just really becomes a thing where it affects me badly. And I'm sure most of you who have gone down that rabbit hole know exactly what I'm referring to. Just remember that is not okay. And what they're pushing on the children in the schools, and as far as what they're wanting to accept as normality from these gross people that want to groom our children and do things that are horrible to humanity, they're trying to get away with all of it. Know that there is things happening. I can't be specific with what exactly, but I just feel that a lot of this quietness, that feeling of everybody's just went silent almost, is because there's a lot that is happening and people need to be quiet. People are, I feel, being asked not to say much at this time, because it's a crucial point in the turning of the axle, or the boomerang. Does it mean that we're in the clear? By all means, I feel like we're in the biggest point of it all, because we're right in the center of it right now. We've been in the storm for a while, but this is like the eye of the storm, I feel. And whatever's happening in this moment requires us to be completely surrendered to our faith into Creator, and be led by our love, and not by fear, not by hate, not by exhaustion. Anything that is taking us away from continuing to grow, to continue to have us come together, in community. If it's taken us away from that, we need to pause. We need to go right back into our strengths, into our prayers, into everything that lifts us up, lifts up humanity, because we are being challenged right now more than ever. And God wants you guys to remember, He prepared us. The last 3-4 years, He's been talking to us and preparing us. He's been bringing the word in. And it is time to exercise the things that He, gave us, the tools He gave us. Start putting it into action and utilizing those tools now, because now is when, again, most of the people are going through such huge rites of passage that it's, making people question, like, do they even want to be here? Are they able to have the strength to witness this big shift that humanity is going through? And the answer is yes. You signed up for it. You made the agreement before coming into this body to be here for it. And it's important for you to remind yourself of that. And whatever the way that, you can remind yourself, whether it's in a meditation, in a prayer, whatever works for you, walk in nature, reconnect, get rooted, and call upon your strengths, whether your faith is, Jesus, Mary, Buddha, whoever it is that you find strength in. It's not a time to point fingers or to say this is wrong. No, it's about finding the strength and the love that brings you closer to Creator, to God, to yourself, to your heart. That's who you are being asked to call upon in this moment, to be rooted and also expanded into spirit. That's when we're balanced. That's when we have the clarity. That's when we walk with grace and discernment. So I really needed to bring this message to you guys. Please let me know how you guys are doing. Just check in with me and let me know that you guys are receiving these messages. And if you know of anybody that needs to hear this, please share it with them. And thank you to those of you who donated to our church. It really helps us with being able to return that help, into the community. So we're very grateful, because it does help us in our indigenous, culture and ability to pray in the way that we do. But also we are giving back to community. So when you guys donate, it's helping in so many different ways. So I just want to thank you guys, to those of you who donated. Okay, hang in there, stay strong, and I will check back in with you guys whenever the time aligns. Thank you. I hope.